Well, so much for the progressive movement. Yes. Kamala Harris, America's favorite cackling hyena. You can't say that. Why not? Because it's mean. Whatever. Kamala Harris, the selected, not elected, presumptive Democratic nominee for President of the United States, has selected her running mate. And instead of a young Generation X, millennial, or even someone in the 30s or 40s, well, I guess the millennials are in their 30s now. Whatever, Gen X. But instead of picking someone younger, she has picked an old white guy. Well, let's see what the progressives have to say about this. An old white guy, Tim Walz of Minnesota, the governor of Minnesota, 41st governor of Minnesota, a former Minnesota National Guardsman, spent 21 years in the National Guard. Thank you for your service, Tim Walz. But he's a Democrat, so that kind of negates your military service. That's a joke for people who don't get it. Relax. I'm sure he served quite honorably. But Tim Walz, the old white guy, is now her running mate, someone that no one outside Minnesota had ever heard of, except other Democratic governors, because he's hangs out with them. So Tim Walz, an old white guy, is now her selection to be her running mate. The good news is that vice presidents really matter almost not at all historically. And he doesn't matter, just like J.D. Vance doesn't matter. This is a contest between Donald John Trump, a man persecuted by a corrupt political system, a corrupt legal system, and Kamala Harris, a corrupt person ignored by the corrupt legal system and the for the 14.5 million Democrats who voted for Joe Biden in the primaries, you got punked. So congratulations on your vice president selection, Tim Walz. I'm sure history won't remember him. There you go, folks. The much awaited, with bated breath, Kamala Harris selection is Tim Walz, the old white guy from Minnesota. And the best thing I can say about that is that at least she didn't pick Josh Shapiro, our failed Commonwealth of Pennsylvania governor, the man who was attorney general, failed to uphold the rule of law, allowing people to commit all sorts of crimes in this state selectively. Of course, they were on the political left, and that's why they're allowed to get away with it. Anyway, folks, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. Harris, Walz, the Blasian, and the old white guy. Let's see what happens next.